Hey everybody, welcome back to the eBay shop. My name's Corey.
I'm Teresa.
And we are Grams and Pops Vintage, and today is we're just gonna go with like a reselling Q&A day, right?
We're going to give good information.
We're gonna give you some really bad advice that we hope you don't follow.
It will be good advice. Just don't listen to him.
How can I give advice if you tell them not to listen?
Because, okay.
Listen to her advice, just not mine.
Yes, that is the proper way.
So that's kind of the plan for today. We have some things that sold that have to get out of here like usual. So we're gonna show you what sold, and kind of in amongst that, we're gonna answer a few questions we've seen, a few questions.
And we've gotten questions from a newbie reseller, so.
Yep, so that's the plan for today. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. What's the first thing that sold?
We sold a Department 56 Village Animated Sledding Hill Replacement Sledders.
Just tiny little two people on a sled, like an old toboggan sled here.
Can we play the Price is Right game today? You tell me what you think it sold for?
No. That's a dumb idea. Was that one of our questions?
No. No.
I'm going to guess probably $14.
$14.99 plus ship.
Seriously? I did not know that ahead of time.
We're doing pretty good at the Price is Right game so far. We should just keep it up.
I don't think we should play it anymore.
Okay, the next thing we sold came from an estate sale here in town that we went to with our daughter. It is an Oneida Prestige Silver Plate Longchamps Chamont Butter Spreader set.
Butter spreaders. So they are butter knives. I'm not going to open that up.
Look it on the thing. It even says butter spreader.
It says butter spreaders. They got their own little package, like cloth wrapper. I'll put a picture up here when we put the comp up, but those are butter knives. There's how many in here? Like 5?
Six.
6. There's 6 butter knives. What'd that go for?
$19.99 plus shipping.
Plus shipping. There you go. All right, let's look at the first question.
Oh, I got to pull those up. Hold on.
You are ill prepared.
I had something else up. So this was a question I saw, and I guess to me it was a no-brainer, but maybe it's not for everybody. Pros and cons of...
Well, aren't you just smart?
Well, don't be mean. You'll understand why I say that when I'm done reading the question.
Okay.
Pros and cons of requiring immediate payment for buy it now purchase. Do you think a lot of buyers would be hesitant to purchase if immediate payment was required? What's your answer?
I get that. That leaves me with more questions than answers. One, I guess immediate pay. What in the world can you buy and not pay for immediately? Very few things.
Yeah, you go to a store and you buy a shirt at Walmart. You have to pay for it now. You can't.
So
pay
are
for
they
it later.
asking like on eBay if eBay forces you to set up your immediate payment setting? Will that deter people from buying? Is that what they're asking?
Yes, if you use the setting for payment of immediate payment on your items, will it deter buyers from buying from you?
No.
What would be a reason you wouldn't set it up?
I can't think of a reason why you wouldn't set it up, but it's not for you to set up. I mean, you could turn on immediate payment, sure, but the customers have to set up their own immediate payment too. Like as a buyer, I have to set up immediate payment on my side.
No.
If I'm buying something, like
if you're buying it, basically
bidding on something.
If you're bidding on it, yes, on auctions, but buy it now, it's an automatic payment.
Yeah, and that's it. As buy it now, there's no reason not to have that set up. Why would you?
Wouldn't you want your money now instead of waiting for people to pay 4 days later, and then if they don't pay?
Maybe the no-brainer is on me, because I don't get this question. I don't understand why that would ever be a bad thing.
I don't either. That's why I said it's a no-brainer. You should set it up because you get your payment right away and you don't have to wait on somebody to pay stuff.
Yeah. I don't know. I hope we answered that.
But I know some people that were on there that said that is people who do like we discussed in one of our previous videos, people who invoice. If you do it buy it now, they can't do the combined shipping with the invoice, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. That one's getting into the weeds a little when you start thinking about it that way,
yeah.
I guess. But that is such a small portion. Like if those went away and we just didn't get sales like that wanted to do the invoice, it wouldn't affect our business at all. It's such a small portion that it wouldn't make any difference. I would always set it up, I guess. So I hope that's what they were asking.
It was. They're like, why would pros and cons of setting up immediate payment?
Maybe
There's
we
only
should
more
ask.
pros.
Yeah, maybe this isn't a Q&A. Maybe this is just a Q. We need to ask you guys. Can anybody think of a con? Like a reason not to set it up? Because I can't.
Yeah, because when we do best offer, or we do somebody that wants to combine shipping, it's immediate payment, but we do our combined shipping different than some people do. So
I mean, maybe there's a con on the side of like the buyer. Maybe they don't want to pay immediately, but I don't care. I want them to pay immediately.
yeah, well, like I said, you can't go into Walmart and buy a shirt and say, I'll pay you in 4 days.
Well, you used to be able to. It was layaway. We just don't do layaway.
Yeah, but you don't get the item right away.
No, you got to wait to get the item. That's true.
So you can do layaway, but you don't get it until it's fully paid for.
Yep.
I don't know. Does anybody even do layaway anymore?
I don't know. So no, we don't see any.
I don't see any cons
see any
to
cons to setting it up, and we don't see any pros to trying to run a layaway. So.
And I guess from a point of a customer, if you don't have money to pay for it the day you buy it, you shouldn't buy it.
Yep.
Right?
Well, I mean, you're free to mismanage your money however you want. I just wouldn't personally do it. But
no.
Again, like maybe this is our question to you guys. Maybe we're missing something completely here. Let us know if you see any drawbacks to requiring immediate payment, because I'm not really seeing any.
I don't see any either. But I saw it and I thought, well, what? Maybe somebody has one? I don't know.
I mean, I know we're not the sharpest knives in the drawer, but I don't get this one.
You might not be.
I'm a spoon. Okay, let's look at something that's sold.
Okay, we sold, this was a cool sale, a vintage Weatherby rifle tip bar / clip made by Kinney Co., I think, or something. But it's a tie bar.
It's got its own little black case here. It comes in and it's a tie clip. It's got the clip on the back. And it looks like a little Weatherby rifle.
Yep.
So, pretty cool little thing. There's not a lot to it. Is this gold?
No. It's just gold colored.
Okay, so it's just gold colored and it just sits in there. That little clip sold for how much?
$44.99 free shipping.
Yeah, there you go. And it's not even gold. It's just gold colored.
4x4, 5x5x5.
5x5x5.
They're the 4x4x4s are technically 5x5x5 by the time.
Are you talking about a box?
Yeah.
Shit, you could throw that in a poly mailer if you wanted to.
Not for $50.
In a little bubble mailer?
No. It'll crush the box.
There's
What if
nothing
they're
there.
collecting the box?
Oh, it could be a collectible box.
See?
See, that's why I keep her around. She's smarter than me.
Okay, so this
Not the
last
one.
week? No, I'm just trying to think of when we went.
Oh, it was just this past week, yeah.
Yeah, we went picking with Alicia Inked Picker.
Yep.
We went to Savers. She had never been in Savers.
We did like one of our previous videos here, just the last one or two, we did a little short.
Yeah.
It wasn't a very long video showing us going to Savers and finding
what we
a few
bought.
things.
And we did good there.
I think we've sold almost everything we bought that day.
We sold half.
And it's been a week. Half?
Yeah.
Well, what didn't we sell? We sold.
The dog and my 2 Barbies.
Okay, so we have 3 items left. Well, we sold more than half then because we have at least 4 here.
We bought 7. So, sure.
Okay, we're not great at the math thing, but somewhere in the area of halfish, some fraction of what we bought, we sold.
Yes, we did. Okay. But we did pretty good. So we picked up, actually Corey stopped and looked at it, which he usually doesn't go to the...
Everything in Savers was overpriced that
Oh
day.
God, yes.
Like everything we found was just crazy price. So I figured I'd go where they might undervalue stuff. And I thought maybe their little cosmetic shelf.
Yep.
And we did find some good stuff there. Not all cosmetics, but we did find some good stuff there.
We did. So the one thing that we sold was a Bath & Body Works Fresh Sea Salt Mango Fine Fragrance Mist. It's a discontinued version.
It is discontinued and it's completely full. Like it looks like it's never been open. It may have been open and somebody took a spritz out of it, but not much. And the ones that we found comps for selling were like half empty. And
Yep, 80% full.
Yep, and it comped out really well. So I think we paid what for this?
We paid $7.
$7?
Yep.
For that bottle.
Yep.
But when we comped it out, it's got a barcode. We just scanned it right in the Savers, and that comped out for what? Or what did it sell for, I guess?
We sold it for $39.99 plus shipping.
Yep. So that's a good enough return for me to pick it up, especially out of Savers.
Yep.
To find something that you're going to make that much on out of savers is a pretty good. It's a pretty good win. It's just a matter of looking where they undervalue. I mean, seems like there's always one department where their employees get lazy.
Yeah.
They don't have a lot of knowledge on it. It's not a popular thing.
It used to be the toys. I used to pick up a lot of Barbies there for really cheap, or they'd put them multiple in a bag. Now they put them individually in a bag, and they sell for like anywhere from $4 to $7.
Well, even a year ago, you could find some really cool vintage hats hanging in there for like $1. Now they have like $14 a hat on like a 2015 John Deere hat. Like
I'm curious.
Just hashed out.
I'm curious how many employees they have back there looking stuff up as they put it out. Because there's a lot of stuff that we found that Alicia and I were looking at. Like I looked at a bag and it was listed for like $20 on eBay, and they had it listed at $17.99.
Yeah, they're listing pretty close to eBay price, but I mean that just goes to show you there's always something. There's always somewhere they're not going to have the knowledge. There's always something that they don't value. You just got to look hard, and we did. It took us. I mean, we were in there a good hour.
Yep.
So we just had to dig, and we came out pretty good. I think we're going to be a few $100s ahead, and I think we spent maybe $30.
$43. $43.
So we're going to do good. All right.
Next question. This is my realm, my wheelhouse. Is that what you say?
Well, yeah. This wasn't your question. You're not asking.
This is my wheelhouse, though. So somebody asked Garage Sale app, what are people using to plot your garage sale routes? How do you...
What's a wheelhouse? I've heard the saying. I know what it means.
I don't know. I just know that it means it's your wheelhouse. Like, you know it. That's...
Like, this is your area of expertise.
Yes.
I know. I get what it means.
I don't know who said it.
But what is a wheelhouse? Oh,
my goodness.
Well, I'm curious.
A few moments later.
I don't generally hang out in wheelhouses, and I don't think I've ever had one.
It comes from a nautical... Wheelhouse has gone from a nautical term to a baseball term to a term that describes a person's area of expertise.
So the wheelhouse is where the steering wheel is on a boat?
So you're good at steering the boat.
This is my place to control?
Yeah. Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
It is.
G.I. Joe.
So I'll go back to read it.
Seriously, you didn't catch that?
No. Sorry. I don't want to say that.
That's G.I. Joe.
So people are saying garage sale apps. I will start off. I don't use garage sale apps.
It's for finding garage sales?
Yeah.
No, they don't work around here. Right? Like the 6 other people that live around here are just posting it on Facebook Marketplace.
Yep.
We even occasionally find some in local newspaper classified still that they don't list anywhere else. Like the rest of the question is, what are people using to plot your garage sale route? How do you find them? So that's how to find the garage sales. Facebook.
How do you plot your route? Yeah, he says that he just drives around and looks for signs.
I use the best app, the most exclusive app. There is only one user account for the whole app.
Teresa?
The Teresa app.
So to get into our garage sales, when I go look for garage sales, there's typically 2 places I go. A majority of my garage sales come from Facebook Marketplace. I do have one frustration with that is put your date, your time, your year of your garage sale.
Yeah, I can't figure out the filters because when I look them up, I find garage sales that look interesting and they're like 8 weeks old.
Yep. The other place is I go to Craigslist. Craigslist is really good for finding garage sales. It will actually map it for you. I have used Garage Sailor, the website and the app. I'm not a fan of it, but...
Like you can hop on all the little towns around us. It seems like about every 10, 12 miles there's a town around here. And it's a small little community. If you hop on their local newspaper websites and look in their classifieds, you will find garage sales that way that are only listed that way. You'll find estate sales that are only listed that way, that are like personal rent estate sales. Yep. So you got to get a little bit creative if you're in a rural community.
Yep.
Now, when we were in Cincinnati and at the reseller rally, there was people just opening like a garage sale app and they were finding like 60 garage sales in a big town area. That would be amazing, and you guys are so lucky you have that.
Yeah. So as far as mapping out our routes, I am looking forward to getting back into this. I do 2 different things. If they are spread out a lot, like time-wise on our garage sales, I will just map them out and write them on a piece of paper.
Yep. We've done the paper thing where we write them down and then we try and put them in order.
Yep, I put them in order
Quite a
based
bit.
on where they're at and the times that they're at so that I can do it. If we hit a citywide garage sale where most of the garage sales are opening at the same time,
Yep.
but they're kind of spread out, I will use
Circuit?
Circuit,
Yep.
which is, it's like a delivery driver app.
It works pretty good.
It does. The only deal with that is it doesn't base it off of times.
Right.
So
It'll plan your route for the quickest, shortest route as far as driving it.
Yep.
But it doesn't take into consideration that one might open at 8 a.m. and one might not open till 10 a.m. Mm-hmm. So you got to kind of be cognizant of that. But it does do a really good job of mapping a route so that you're very efficient.
Yep.
And if you're doing citywides, it's a good way to hit the most amount of sales
the
in
fastest.
the least amount of time.
Yep. So I do, if we only have, 10, 12 garage sales to go to, I will map them out. I do it in Google Maps. You can put
Yep.
up to 12 locations in there. So I started our house and I just start going down the list and adding the locations. And then in Google Maps, you can just move them so that it puts your route the way you need it to be. So whatever works for everybody. We don't have like
Nothing
huge,
super techie here.
No.
I mean, we have to go pretty old school. Google Maps is about as techie as we get, other than Circuit for the bigger citywides.
But yeah, so I am looking forward to getting the garage sales back up and going. I have been doing really good on listing out our death pile. It is getting down there.
All right, so let's look at what actually sold next.
I went through and listed a lot that I got on Facebook Marketplace of a whole lot of Schleich figures. Schleich horses primarily.
These guys.
Yep. Horses and fairies.
It was horses and fairies.
It was.
Yep. This is the one we just drove to get.
Yep.
Yep. So that guy is the one
And
that sold.
he is, I am never going to be able to probably pronounce this, but he is a Schleich brown and white knobstrooper stallion horse.
Knob stripper stallion.
Knobstrooper.
Strooper.
Not stripper. He's not a stripper.
Okay. So what did that little guy sell for?
$24.99 and free, or plus shipping, not free shipping. Plus
Keep your eye open for Schleich. When they're the older discontinued ones and stuff, they do really well for us. Schleich and Ertl. I think if you could fill a whole building with just old Schleich and Ertl, you'd have a very good
We
eBay
would do
shop.
pretty good.
So
Tupperware to the rescue.
we got some old Tupperware, and I'm not gonna pull it apart because it's all saran
is,
wrapped up, but it's
'cause
two
it's a
bowls,
set.
2 lids, right?
Yep, 2 bowls, 2 lids. It is a frosted white, so it's not completely see-through. Stackable round bowls, and they're not vintage. Like they're older, but they're not old.
Okay.
You know how I know?
The color of the lid.
The color of the lid.
Yeah, see, look at this. Learning.
But
So-
those were part of my big Tupperware lot that I listed.
So you got your big bowl for your mashed potatoes, and you got the small bowl inside for your gravy,
Sure.
and you got a lid so you can put it away and have it tomorrow.
Yep.
And that goes for how much?
$19.99
There you go.
plus shipping.
All right, so this is a question we've heard asked before that was actually kind of an interesting question. They asked, well, I mean, the gist of it was basically, what is the deal you most regret in
Yep.
reselling, right?
They said, I love seeing the bolos and the great flips, but what deal do you most regret
Regret?
taking? They wanted to learn from the oopses as well as the wins. Plus, it might be entertaining for her, she thought.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
What is your biggest regret? Buy or
I don't
deal?
even know if I would qualify it as a regret. It would be the biggest, it would certainly qualify as my biggest pain in the rear end right now. And that's that last storage auction buy we did. Because we have an entire 40 by 60 building that you can't walk in, full of inventory, that is huge, that is not getting listed on eBay.
Hey, but I sold a chair
We did sell a chair,
on
but
Facebook Marketplace.
we didn't sell anything else because we didn't list
I haven't
anything
listed
else.
anything else. So maybe that should be my goal on Wednesday.
Like that furniture, like really big stuff, and we have a treadmill in there.
I do. I just got to stack it all together so I can sell it because it's currently disassembled.
And I think we missed the boat. Like January, like the resolution time of the year would have been a perfect year to sell that. So if you're going to buy storage units, keep in mind that there is a large amount of large items, mattresses, furniture, that you got to figure out how to get rid of after the fact. Like we've already made our money on the
We
storage
should
units.
get ready to have a bonfire.
We should.
I don't know if it'll burn because it might be a little wet still.
I got enough diesel that says it'll burn. Yeah, that would probably be mine right now. That's the biggest pain in my neck right now is that storage unit because it's taking up a whole building. I'd like to buy another storage unit, but we've got to get rid. That furniture is too nice to throw in a burn pile. Like, it's good furniture.
It is.
We just don't know how to get rid of it well.
It is. Maybe tomorrow. Not to Wednesday. Maybe tomorrow I'll go out. But part of the problem is when we loaded it into the shop, we didn't think about when we were going to end up listing it.
We just unloaded the truck.
So we have this fancy red leather couch that's up towards the front. But the matching chair that goes for it is way in the back. So I'd have to do some reorganizing, which I think I can do. And
Not
some
a
of
lot
it,
of room. We'd have to open the doors and maybe throw some plywood down so we don't get everything muddy and I don't know. It'll be fun, but that is a project we have to do, and that is probably my biggest regret right now, or my biggest pain in the neck right now is that one.
I think I would have to agree with you.
We're on the same page on that one?
I think so, just because, I mean, we've done awesome on selling the stuff that was in there.
Yeah, like I said, we're way over profit.
Oh, yeah.
Like we're way in the profit on every storage unit we've ever bought. But the big stuff that's left,
Yep.
it has got us in a spot where we couldn't buy a really big bulk buy now if it fell in our lap and it was half price. And we just couldn't buy it. We have nowhere to put it.
Can I make a suggestion?
Does it involve fire?
No. I really, really, really like that little table that has the wheels in there.
I do too.
Can I replace the thing that's behind our chairs with that?
It's too small.
No, it doesn't have to be all the way up there.
That's part of the problem with this furniture is almost everything in that storage unit for furniture is nicer than the furniture we own. It's just not all quite the style we like. So we may rob some of it out to keep it, but then that just means we have to get rid of the furniture we have.
Yeah, I'm not getting rid of my furniture.
Some of it. The end tables, we could get rid of our end tables. There's way nicer ones in there.
We should.
So we're solving problems. That's what we do.
So we're just moving stuff from the storage unit into our house.
The good news is our tables are already in the house. We could take pictures of them because they're already in the house.
And he refinished them, so.
And they're decent tables. They're just not as nice as what we just got out of the storage unit. So we could take pictures of ours, sell them, and when they leave, we'll go get the good ones and bring them in.
Sure.
Problem solved. I retract my statement.
That was a long thing that somehow we got off on. Oh, no, we didn't, because we were still talking about a regret. I forgot.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm just happy she didn't say me.
Okay. Something we've held on. I think this came from our storage unit, too.
Came from one of the storage units. I think one of the, like the first one, maybe.
The first one. So we sold a silver one, kids plush donkey, and blanket gift set. It is brand new.
It's this thing. There was actually an elephant gift set too. It was in like a big hat box. It had the little doll and a blanket and all that. I don't even think it's listed yet.
You know what that is, though? That's not that. They made a
like a baby
a
gift
diaper
set.
cake.
Yeah.
A diaper cake.
Well, you can call it what you want. It was a gift set. Don't eat a diaper cake.
We've held on to this one for a while
Why would you call something cake that I can't eat?
because they make it look like a cake.
That's just rude. Okay, so this is what sold. This guy here. And it's a blanket and a stuffed animal, kind of
And he's
all
so
in one.
cute.
He's kind of cute. He's supposed to be
He's
a
like
zebra.
muted colors, so he could be boy or girl.
It did take me a little bit to figure out that it was a zebra.
Anyways, he sold for
him.
good money.
How
He
much that
sold
sell for?
for $24.99 plus shipping.
There you go. So zebra. And there's like he's real squishy, so we can get him in a pretty small box.
Okay, I have to apologize on this next item. I don't know if he'll remember.
Me?
No, not you. You weren't with me when I bought it. Well, you were, but you weren't. When we were in Vegas for Trash to Cash last March, so almost a year ago,
Yep.
we were thrifting with ABC Matt. I'm pretty sure it was ABC Matt.
It could have been. We thrifted with quite a few people in Vegas.
But he looked at this item, and he couldn't figure out what it was, or what.
Are you sure it was Matt?
I thought it was. Was he? Yeah, he was, because he jumped off the stratosphere.
Yeah, he was in Vegas. I'm just trying to think if he was garage selling with us.
He was. Not with us, but he went garage sailing.
Well then,
And he was at that garage sale.
okay.
So it was an item that he looked at, and I don't think he could figure out the brand or whatever for it. So I started doing some research, and I grabbed it because I'm like, oh, this is pretty good. I paid $5 for it.
It's a security system for a gate.
Yep, it is
It's basically so you could put this on each side of your each side of your driveway, and then it sounds an alarm
Correct.
if somebody comes down your driveway. In any case, it did finally sell.
It did.
So I'm glad you stole it from Matt or whoever you stole it from.
I'm 99% sure it was Matt.
So, but that does take up a lot of room, so I'm glad it's gone.
does.
And that's sold for how much?
$50.
$50. So 10
10x.
times your money.
Okay. So this question is kind of came from two places. One, I've been seeing it on Facebook in some of the groups.
I've heard it several times in the last year and a half too.
Two, it came from
Your sister.
my newbie reseller sister.
Yep.
And now her husband has the bug too. So we're all going to retire together and be eBay resellers.
There you go. We need a little community.
You want them to live on our compound?
We just have a big shop that's everybody gets a row of shelving.
No, we can't do just a row.
So
Nope, no row.
The question pertains to international shipping, and I think the biggest question is for a lot of new sellers is, do they even want to turn it on? Do they want to mess with it? Because with her sister in particular, I think she didn't have it on. She still doesn't as
she
of
doesn't.
today. But
I think part of her thing is she's a glass reseller. So she sells stuff that's porcelain, ceramic, glass, that type of stuff. So she's already nervous being a new seller about shipping it.
well, and a lot of people are just scared of international shipping in general.
But I would not recommend just doing international shipping and doing all the stuff on your own.
Well, that sounds good. If you're on eBay, eBay has an international shipping program.
Yep.
That you just turn on. You say, yes, I want to be part of the international shipping program. That, I think everybody should be doing, honestly.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody should not do that because you don't have to ship anything international.
No, you ship it to a hub, which I think there's multiple. They did change it from Kentucky to Illinois, but I think there's one on the...
For us, it's Illinois because we're central.
Yep. And so you ship it to the international hub.
Once
and
it's there, you're
once
done.
it's there, you're done. And the reason this came up was because somebody screenshotted how they love using international shipping because they got an email that says, we just want to let you know your buyer opened a request because they have not received their item. We see that the item has reached our shipping hub and is on its way to the buyer. We got it from here. There's nothing you need to do. We'll take care of delivery, resolving any further issues, and inform you when the request is closed.
Yep. So that was eBay basically saying their standard, as long as you get it to the state hub, in the U.S. hub, once they have possession of it, you are absolved of all responsibility. Mm-hmm. Like they take care of it, whether it's a return, item not delivered, item not as described. I have never seen any issue come back from international shipping.
Nope. And if we have, they come through and just say, hey, we got this notification.
Yep.
And then you don't ever see anything else until they close it because it's...
Now, I will say, I don't know how eBay sustains that.
Yeah.
I don't know how they absorb the cost and the responsibility of all that because it seems like a big opportunity for fraud, for scammy sellers.
Yeah, that say I never got it, or I got it and it was damaged.
It seems like a big opportunity for scam for somebody that wanted to be dishonest. But as long as they're doing it the way they're doing it right now, there's absolutely no reason not to be enrolled in that program.
And if you're confident enough in your shipping, like her with her glass, that was her big thing.
Yep.
If you're confident enough in your shipping and your packaging, then...
Yeah, and with glass, we overpack anyway. There's a lot of times we'll double box and things like that. We do a lot of things to make sure glass is going to make it. You should be able to take anything we pack and pretty much kick it like a soccer ball. It ain't going to hurt it.
Yep.
So we don't have issues with it going international. And if they break it, you're not going to be responsible for it anyway. But like I said, we've had really good luck. I don't think we've ever had anything arrive broken or damaged international.
I think I had a poster that we got a neutral for that went international.
A poster?
Yeah, because they didn't.
They bend it?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, definitely do the international if you're selling on eBay. Because we do what, 4 or 5% of our sales are international? Mm-hmm. We do a decent percentage. Like we sell quite a bit internationally, so it's worth it. It doesn't cost you anything extra. You're still just shipping to the States.
Yep.
And it's not terrible shipping. So.
And we updated on one of our previous videos about where we've all shipped to so far.
Yep. We're still just 2 states down.
I am.
Yep. Those 2 states, Wyoming.
Vermont and Wyoming.
Wyoming and Vermont. We can't seem to sell in.
Nope.
Maybe we're banned.
Come on, Vermont. Come on, Wyoming. Somebody.
All right, so we have a few more items that got to get out of here, so let's get to them. What's the next one?
The next 2 items we sold were also from our Savers pick.
Yep.
We didn't even know what they was.
What they was. We still ain't sure what they was. No,
I
we do know what
they
they are.
So we sold Nature 2 is the brand. Nature 2 Spa Scents aromatherapy for spas and hot tubs.
That's sealed, but it feels like half empty. It's not. Like, it's sealed, but
I know. They don't fill them all the way full. That was the same way our
hopefully they didn't
chemicals were.
open that and use some, but that's what they are. They're like aromatherapy stuff for pools, right?
Yep.
Or spas, or, well,
Whirlpool, hot
tubs.
hot pools,
hot pools.
hot tubs and spas.
So we saw these. We saw 3 of them. Well, there was 4, but there was one with a broken lid.
Yep.
And we grabbed the 3 that were sealed and without broken lids. And they all comped out really well. We didn't pay much for them.
There was only 3 listed and 1 sold. Yeah,
Yeah.
part of the label's gone. But
So what did those sell for?
each one of those sold for $49.99.
So there's $100.
$99.98 total plus shipping.
All right. So yay savers.
Yeah, those were good ones. Okay, the last thing that we sold was, you can't see it in here, but
I can see the cats and bats and stars and purple.
Part
It's a
of-
Halloween cloth.
yeah, part of our first live estate auction that we went to,
The one here in town.
yeah, that came out of that with some other stuff.
Well, okay. I know what you mean.
So it is actually a cut and sew scary windsock Dracula.
And we got a bunch of cut and sew. Some were aprons and Christmassy stuff, and this one was just happened to be Halloween.
I think I only have 1 left.
Good. What'd that sell for?
$18 free shipping, but I will drop it in a poly envelope and away it goes.
18 free shipping for a scrap of cloth. So watch out for cut and sews. If they're all there,
Yep.
they can do pretty well. All right, so I think that's it. We're gonna get this stuff packed up. We're gonna get out of here today, and we will see you guys later.
Hasta la vista, baby.